Even when you lost, there's always a hope. Rise and fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSL GosuLeague semifinals. Nice to have you all here. Nice to be casting this for you guys. I'm Zero. I'm organizer of BSL. If you don't know me, I'm Zerg player, and I used to be pretty good Zerg player. Now I'm pretty good tournament organizer. Let me switch the spot on the desk. Okay, so now we are switched to the left side, to the right side, whatever you call it. Let me just send the racket to the space so more of you guys will know that BSL is there, that BSL is up. Thanks to Mr. Manu, we have so many points, we have 2 more rackets, so use one. We just used 1 racket. So let's get this party started. Tonight we will going to have very interesting matches. First match is going to be between Herbmon and Izu. And second match is going to be between Radley and Squall. After that, we will have winner of Izu versus Herbmon and winner of Radley versus Squall facing each other to advance to the loser bracket finals against Hayek. You can see that Herbmon is already waiting in the grand finals of BSL GosuLeague. He is having 1-0 lead because he's going from winner bracket. He already won with Hayek 3-2 after a huge reverse sweep, incredible reverse sweep from 2-0 to 3-2. Hello, Mr. Method Man. Yeah, unfortunately this isn't Twitch, so we don't have too many viewers yet, but I will appreciate if you will share the info that we are streaming here because BSL is continue, BSL is going on, and it's not only on Twitch, it's also on Trovo. We will also have the BSL 2 vs 2 tournament casted over here on Trovo. So if you haven't followed this channel, if you haven't created the account on Trovo, it's definitely worth it to do it because we have many more casts to come on Trovo. So thank you very much guys for being here. I'm appreciating that. I know that it's maybe less into a ship, less into E. You know what I mean, right? It's harder to get here than on Twitch because you will probably get used to joining the Twitch, but I will appreciate if you will watch for as long as you can on Trovo because you are helping us, and maybe thanks to your attendance here we will have some additional support from Trovo in future, and maybe Trovo with support will help us make BSL even in 2023, because for now we don't have a sponsor, we don't have any support coming, so Trovo might be our only chance to sustain, to survive. So after this short introduction I would like to show you the bracket, guys. Let me show if Mr. Yu can hear and see everything. It looks like it is. So let me show you the bracket. the bracket is here. So after a very interesting beginning, Tama won with Skull, and Tama is already in the grand finals, but it was very good best of 3. If you missed it, it's definitely one of the best of 3s that we have for you to rewatch in BSL GosuLeague. Skull, about Radley. Radley won with in the walkover in the upper quarterfinals, and then he lost to Hayek 3-1. But now he is facing Skull for the survival in this tournament, for the survival. So it will be very interesting match. So Radley versus Skull. But before that, we're going to have Izu versus Dreamer. Izu versus Hermon. Izu already won versus Dreamer in the winner bracket final, quarterfinals. And then he lost to Tama 3-1, but it was also very close, very nice match. Same thing about Radley and Hayek. Those are the good matches. And Hermon lost to Hayek 2-1 in the first round of winner bracket, but then he won with Tozan, he won with Jumper, and now he will face Izu for the survival. So the first match is going to be Hermon versus Izu. So very interesting match, at least in my opinion. Those are very good Zerg players. I love ZVZ, so I will try to get you through ZVZ, so it will be not boring, it will be very interesting, because you will see the inside of this matchup, how Zerg player is thinking, what you can think as a Zerg when you are seeing certain situations, and I believe it will be a great day today. We will have two best of 3s and then third best of 3 in the lower bracket semifinals. And then we will have only one stream left for the grand finals of BSL GosuLeague. So one of those players might be the champion of BSL GosuLeague. It might be Hermon, it might be Izu. Very interesting. Both guys 1992, 1991, so very experienced. Mr. Sean Madness and Mr. Ivo Klumensky. So Red versus CWT, and the first map of the day is going to be Neo Circuit, so very interesting match. So the only thing which I would like to apologize to you guys is the colors, but beside the colors we have the map ready. So let's get the first match between Izu and Hermon. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the 12 o'clock position on Silpit, we are having Mr. Izu. Yes, Mr. Hermon. Yes, you are right. You are so far in the GosuLeague. Congratulations. But opponent of Mr. Izu is Mr. Hermon, who is spawned on the 9 o'clock position. Both of the guys looks like they like pink color, but let's call it purple for the sake of the casting. Whew. Okay, guys, maybe let's calm it down a little bit, because this will be a solo cast, but this is DVZ. We are seeing overload from both players. We are seeing good overload scouting from both players. So for this moment, I would give small advantage to Izu, because he will arrive to the natural of Hermon first, so he will know what kind of strategy it is a little bit faster. At least he will have a sneak peek into this strategy. He will be able to suspect what's going on. So we are having overpull. What I can say about it, this is dedicated anti-9 pull strategy. So if Hermon, and he's doing it 12 pull, it should be a pretty good situation for Hermon, because he will have safe expansion without any pressure from the links. Obviously, probably Hermon will go with the spawning pull speed first, which means that Izu will have a faster layer, will have a faster, will have a technological advantage. Yeah, same colors, Mr. Tama. So Let's see. Let's see. I hope that you guys can hear me well and see everything very well, that the quality is good, that there are no delays. This is BSL GosuLeague semi-finals actually. So very interestingly, and we have Lair first. Let's see what will be the reaction of Herman, because he will actually be able to scout that this is a opening based on the Lair first. He will see 3 drones on the gas, so it should give him information that this is not a regular 9 pull. But he's still going for the speed first. But we can see that he's not pulling 1 drone from the gas, so he will be able to keep up. It will be Lair just now. From Herman, actually he's droning up behind it. And very sneaky play from Izu with those 4 links. I think he will be forced to make Sunken if he wants to survive the aggression. On the other hand, he will have 6 links in a very nice position, so the speed shouldn't help Herman in the engagement. Those 4 links are in the base. There will be a speed actually from Izu, so this is a beautiful play from Izu. Herman did expect that, and the drones are falling. So Herman will have a hard time defending. 1 drone already falls, 2nd drone will fall with a part of those links. 3 drones are mining gas. Herman is trying to evacuate them, but 2 more are down. And Herman with the terrible damage done by Izu. And I feel like if Izu would move those links from the main base, he would win the game right away, right now, because we don't have any defense against those links. So very nice play from Izu, and we can see that he is already sending all those links to the natural of Herman, so he will be either forced to pull all those drones, or he will lose additional drones. Additional drone is falling, even additional drone is falling, so Izu with the incredible damage at the beginning, and he will have very fast Spire, so very nice opening from our Czech Zerg. He was able to buy himself a lot of time with those links, and he's killing even more drones, so terrible damage, critical damage has been dealt to Herman. The only way for him to come back is drone up, go for Evo Chamber, and try to extend this game for as long as it's possible. The good part for Herman is that Izu will be able to create only 1 Mutalisk, so until the harassment will be able to kick in, it will be some time. But Izu now is aware, okay, I have even more links than you now, so I will apply some pressure, and Herman badly wants to drone up right now. The only good thing for him is that he is having this Sunken, so he should be able to defend against those links, but he does not have Spore. He will have 1 in the natural, but he will definitely need like 1 maybe over here, something like that. He will need 1 in the main base. He is constructing 1, and Izu is going for the expansion behind it. So Herman is struggling to play in this game. I really like the pressure from Izu. He's not allowing Herman to mine minerals very safely. We can see that he's leaving some Mutalisk in the natural to defend his link aggression. I really like that he is able to apply pressure with those 2 meters. A lot of pressure with those 2 meters. He will supply block Herman if he will kill this Overlord. We can see some pressure with the links, but Herman definitely not have enough here to win this engagement, so I really like the decision that he's backing off. He can't lose those links, because if he would lose those links, it would be probably the end of the game. It's very hard situation right now, so Izu already has a great situation. And more drones from our pink Zerg. What Herman is doing, he's trying to stabilize here. Tutaj ja odbiorę. So more pressure from Izu. He's not allowing Hermon to stabilize. He's not allowing him to build good enough drone number. At the same time, Izu is securing his own expansion. He droned up. He's having 2 drones advantage, but there will be a Spire for Hermon. So there is a small hope for our American Zerg. But he needs to play this game perfectly from now on. So he can't allow himself to lose those links, he can't allow himself to make any mistakes, and those links will be badly damaged right now. He's losing some of them, it will be only like 4 left, or even less. So it will be very hard to defend this link aggression from Izu. But we can see that Izu is not thinking about being aggressive with the links. He is thinking about droning up and meeting the second gas from his opponent, which will give him a huge advantage because he already has 8 Mutalisks. We can see that Hermon is mining in the natural, but very nice micro from Izu, lowering the drone number. Nice micro from Hermon as well, but it will be really hard for him to build the drone number. Very nice micro from Izu. It is definitely worth it to lose 1 Mutalisk to thin this entire drone line. And we can see 42 supply to 17. So huge advantage for our 12 o'clock set. More drones from Hermon. He realizes that even if he would start the Muta production on 1 gas, it would be not enough. So he realizes that he can do it. He simply needs to drone up. Nice micro from Izu, not allowing those scourges to connect, and again picking up those expensive, those what is the word? Extremely important drones from Hermon. We don't see any upgrades from any. Oh, we actually have +1 weapon from Izu already, so this is an additional advantage he has. 1 scourge connected, but that's not that big of a deal, and we have GG from our American Zerg, and we have 1-0 lead for the Izu. Congratulations, very nice play. I really like those 4 links sneaked out. Hermon didn't expect that. He was thinking that this is the main base play without any aggression, that this is the main base play, and didn't expect those 4 links to be out. So it's definitely well done, definitely very nicely executed strategy from Izu, and now he's having 1-0 lead against Hermon, and that means that Hermon is 1 game away from being eliminated from BSL GosuLeague, and we've seen how powerful of a macro Hermon showed to us on the Zerg vs Protoss, on the Zerg vs Terran. So it looks like he already lost to Hayek. Look at the bracket, guys. He already lost to Hayek in the first round of the winner bracket. So it looks like he's lacking ZVZ a little bit. He's having a hard time with ZVZ. But what we can do about it, guys? I don't know actually. I think all he can do is practice maybe a little bit more, maybe try to understand the matchup a little bit more. But also the other thing is that you can be unlucky in best of 3, best of 5, but we've seen his level of ZVP and he's definitely impressive. So very nice play from Izu to be able to win with such a good opponent as Hermon. Yeah, Hermon was investing a lot of money into the drones, and starting with the speed, which did actually nothing, was not too good for him, and also losing so many drones. The 4 links harassment was actually too bad for him. But the second map of this match is going to be Gladiator. So 4 players map. This is a choice of, actually hard to say, probably the choice of Hermon. I don't know if they banned the maps according to the BSL rules. But the second game is ready. It's going to be Hermon versus Izu on Gladiator. So let's get to the second game of this series. So, spawning on the 7 o'clock position, we are having Americans there, Mr. Sean Madness. This is Hermon. And his opponent, we are having the Czech Republic Zerg. This is Mr. Ivo Izu. Cross position in DVZ means that you can escape with some greedy build order, but you don't know that you are playing against a certain cross position. Sometimes if you are worse opponent, like if you are playing against much better opponent, you can try to calculate that if your opponent will be cross position, then you will escape with certain build order and you can play for that on, like, you can play to that. But that's the very low probability. It's only 33% and it not necessarily have to work because it's like 7 milliseconds only, 7-8 seconds you are earning on the cross position. But you can see Hermon going for 12 pull, I assume, again, because I don't expect his cojones are so big to go for the 12 hatch. Because he's one game away from being eliminated from BSL GosuLeague. So we are having 12 pull against 9 pull, which should give advantage to Hermon because he's playing a defensive strategy. So what is his strategy is basing on is usually that you need to defend the 9 pull and you have expansion. So in the long run you will have access to second gas, which will allow you to get some advantage in the air in the later stage. What is the advantage of Izu? He will have a faster link speed, he will have more links at the beginning, so he will be able to apply some pressure and he will have a faster layer than his opponent, so he will have a faster mutas, but in the long run, if he will not deal a lot of damage with the links, if he will not have a good enough timings with the mutas, he will have a hard time fighting against 2 expansions. Obviously 9 pull is a strategy which you can play out most of the situations. Very nice micro from Hermon. He should pull those drones from over here, I believe, because he's having a very, very good situation. This is another good engagement for Hermon, but Izu might be able to pick one drone. Those things are badly damaged, so... Ooh, and it was a good engagement for Izu on the other hand. Actually, it's close, so now it's a perfect situation for Hermon. He didn't lose any drone. Izu is building more and more links, so what Hermon should do is simply send those drones to mining, I assume. Oh, but he needs to be careful, he can't lose those links for free-ish. But now with the speed himself and additional drones coming from the hatchery, he should be able to survive easily. We can see only one drone advantage for Hermon. Izu at the same time he's building more and more links. So he's investing all the money into the links and 2 sneaky links hiding over here, over this plasma hole. And Hermon don't see those links, very nicely hidden, but we can see that Hermon is expecting some kind of a run by. You can expect that from 9 pull, so I really like that he left some links at the base. Those mount overrests. Look how big link is. And we can see a run by with 2 links. But Hermon has enough links to hold it. The Spire timing is like half Spire ahead for the Pink Zerg. He's constantly building links, which is interesting because you can play it out from here when you will like build a couple of mutas And ooh, but Hermon is losing things for free. That's terrible damage. That will play a couple of mutas and then expand behind it and keep up with the gas. But maybe Hermon is trying to buy some additional time because he badly needs to build additional links and he's building drones. So if Izu will pull the trigger now, it will be a hard situation for Hermon. You can see that those drones are not mining. That was a little bit too greedy. And Hermon with the beautiful position right like a few seconds ago. Now it's getting harder for him because he has only 3 drones advantage and he is forced to build more links. Hello Mr. Gigi, hello Mr. Tama, Mr. Methodman, Mr. React. And thank you for watching, guys. I'm really appreciating that. This is a lot of pressure from his nice micro from Hermon, but he will win this engagement by losing only 1 drone, so that's incredibly done. What he should do right now is apply more pressure with those links. He shouldn't allow those mutas to deal damage to him. He can even build scourges if he wants. He don't necessarily have to build mutas because the number of the mutas is low enough that it will be hard, very hard to micro it up. But Hermon is not pulling the trigger entirely. Those things are badly punched. So he don't need to lose them. All he needs to do is keep them on the map, so Izu will have a hard time dealing with them. And the best moment to attack with those links is when you will connect them with scourges, because then their player has to prioritize what is more important, whether the more important thing is to defend your drones and kill the links, or micro the scourges. And usually, ooh, but Hermon with terrible mistake right now. Ooh, but those are a lot of connections. But still 4 mutas left for Izu. Only 2 mutas for Hermon, and he is again losing the muta almost for free. So this is a bad play from Hermon. You shouldn't lose 2 mutas in the game like that. And he's droning up behind it, wow. Again, nice connection, but very nice micro from Izu as well. And those links will be able to deal so much damage because there is no anti-air, there is no anti-ground army. Still 5 drones advantage, it's only 2 mutas versus 1 versus 1 now. Some scourges are in production, so this muta will be able to deal with those things, but how much time it will be until he will be able to do it. Like, Hermon definitely can still do it in this game if he will build enough. He can play even a Link and Scourges style right now, but he don't have a fire, so it's going to be pretty hard. Very nice hold with the drones, nice micro from his side. But this drone will fall. No! He saved it, so more links from Hermon. He lowered the number of mutas. He connected with another Scourge, so Izu is losing the mutas as well. It's only 2 left, but he has a Spire. And Hermon doesn't have a Spire, so that's the hard part of his situation. On the other hand, he has 2 hatcheries, so if he will constantly build links and send to the Izu base, he should be able to apply good enough pressure that he will win the game. He not necessarily have to win the air battle, he can build a Spore and kill all the drones from his opponent, and it will be still good enough. But I like how Izu is zoning out those links from Hermon and sending his own links to the natural expansion. Hello, Mr. Billy the Goat. Hello, Mr. Geterek. Yes, it is truly the matchup of champions. I agree. You need to be a champion to be able to survive such a pressure, such a high stake. Oh, that was some kind of a pressure from Hermon. Only 7 drones for Izu. But we don't have any anti-air, so he's playing very risky game right now. Not building a Spore in a situation like that. He has expansion, so he shouldn't even be afraid of playing without Spire. So Izu is playing a beautiful game here. He is using all the mistakes from Hermon. We are having very low echo game from our Czech Zerg. All the mutas has been pulled, but only 6 drones left for Hermon. He can still produce a lot of scourges, but the number of mutas is growing for Izu, and we've seen how good of a micro he has. So it will be actually very hard to win the game in a situation like this. Ooh, nice micro from Izu again. So it looks like Hermon will be eliminated from GosuLeague. That's incredibly impressive by Izu. Very nice play from our Czech Zerg, and we have GG 2-0 lead for 2-0 lead for Izu, and he is advancing to the second stage, where he will play against the winner of Radley vs Squall. So that's impressive. That's actually very impressive. You can see the bracket here, guys. So the next match, the incoming match, is going to be Radley vs Squall. I'm going to take a 2 to 3 minutes break because the games were short. So I will go and drink some water, and we'll be back in like 2 to 3 minutes. So don't go anywhere, guys. Please stay here because you are supporting BSL by watching. As I said earlier, it's going to be hard to get sponsor for BSL for the next seasons. For the seasons in 2023, we don't have any sponsor, we don't have any perspective, so I'm expecting that maybe Trovo will want to support BSL Pro League in the future. So I will appreciate if you will stay here and watch, because we need to show them our value even with the lower leagues. There will be also BSL 2 vs 2 on Trovo, so I will appreciate if you will watch. Let's show them the BSL power, and I will be back, guys, in 3 minutes with the Squall vs Trap. So, ladies and gentlemen, the second match of the semi-finals, actually, we can call it the semi-finals, we can just call it the quarter-finals, the loser bracket. So, very good players facing each other. We are having Mr. Nuclear Launch detected himself. Oh, sorry guys, I had a nice welcome for you. So I wanted to say Gluten Morgan. I just read it. I like it, Gluten Morgan. So let's do it. Let's go for the match. Oh, this is not it. The BSL power. You can order a t-shirt like that, and you can order the t-shirt with your nickname on the back on the bombastic.shop if you want. But right now, my duty is to bring you to the incredible match between Squall and Radley. Both of those players, very, very good, very experienced ones. Squall already played in some matches in the Pro League. He was in the Pro League in the BSL season 11 and 10. Actually, in the BSL season 14. In the BSL season 11, 10, 11, 12 and 13. He was in the GosuLeague, and you can see the improvement he has done during all those years. He's from the spot from the 13 to 16. He was in the round of 16 group stage in the third spot. Then he advanced to the round of 8. And then in the BSL 13 GosuLeague, he was 4th. So very, very good player. His opponent, who thinks that Artosis is right, is Radosław Gierek, our former Prime Minister. So that's also very funny. So our match is going to be on the incredibly powerful map for the macro players. It's going to be Vermeer, and this is ZVT. Our players and the game is ready, so let's get to the first game between Radley and Squall, and let's see who will face Izu in the semi-finals of the BSL GosuLeague loser bracket. Lower bracket, excuse me, Gluten Morgan. I like the Terran music. This is what Radley brings to us. He is also a musician. He played a very nice song about BSL, about Zero. So he is also a musician. Nuclear Launch detected, and also he's helping with the webpage of BSL. But first, his fantastic opponent, very GosuZeero player from the Spain, very nice guy, very cultural guy, is Mr. Squall. And his opponent is no other but Radley himself, the best friend of Julia PL, Blackman PL. They both hang out, but they pretend to don't like each other. So that's very interesting. He is going for the supply depot first, so no 8 racks, where Squall is going for the overload opening. That's fine, I turned off the lamp and my monitor for a second also turned off. So ZVT on the Vermeer, guys. This is 4-player map. The scouting from Squall is very good. Let's see what will be the opening from Radley, because we know that he has plenty of incredible openings. He is definitely not one of those standard Terran players who likes to play standard all the time. He likes to play something sneaky, 1-1-1 into the dropship, into the fast vultures, into the nuke, into fast 1-1 marines, into fast 2-2 tanks. Many good strategies from Radley. But we are seeing the 12 hatch into 11 put into 10 gas from Squall. So this is a meta opening, standard meta opening. And we can see that Squall is doing everything very nicely. He is having a very good drone distribution. And he's scouting Radley. He's looking for Radley because he don't see him here. And I think when he will see the barracks blinking, he will turn back this drone to his main base. Yes, he's doing that. He don't need to confirm anything more. So he can easily drone up. But he don't know what kind of strategy it is, and it is 1 base 1+1 from Radley. Wow! This is a very old school strategy. And what I think Radley should do right now is maybe pull the SCVs from gas, because he don't need so much gas from in opening like this. So what he should do is probably build additional 3 barracks, academy, and make a push. I don't know whether Squall is expecting build like this. Usually you don't expect that from the Zerg perspective. Radley needs to keep this SCV at home of Zerg for as long as he can, not only to scout but also to keep this link at the base, not to allow those 2 links to scout too much. Oh, but we will have a factory actually from Radley, so he's going for +1 drop probably, and it should give some advantage to Squall already. He knows that something is going on. He don't know whether it's expansion or not, but he knows that something is definitely going on. You should expect something from player of a Radley. But Radley will be able to scout the Spire timing. He will know what's going on, so he should be pretty satisfied with the scouting. Now the SCV will fall, but not before getting the crucial and critical informations for our Terran player. So we are having Academy and probably a starport now. So maybe it will be a drop, but this drop will be too late, I think, to surprise Squall. Maybe it will be fast vessel. Mr. LML, our super GosuLeague administrator, is here. Thanks to LML, we have all those games because he is the one who is adminning all the players. He's also organizing a Fighting Spirit Mania. Very nice event when you play best of 7 of best of 7. I already lost there, but I lost against Dragon and I lost against Terror. But thanks to this tournament, I had the opportunity to play many games against top level players and learn a bunch. Okay, so we will have actually fast vessel from Radley. I don't know how much I like it. Maybe it's going to be nukes. Squall didn't see too much, but Radley is risking a lot by allowing this link to get in. We will see fast hit release then from Squall. He's having very healthy drone number for this stage of the game and thinking about another base already. Okay, let's see if this science facility will lift and have add-on. Squall is a very good player, so it will be very hard to surprise him with the opening like that. The nuke opening. I don't think there is a range for the Marines just started. But Squall is playing this very, very patiently. He's droning up, he's going for the lurkers, he's going for +1 carapace for the base on the lower top left. On the lower bottom left. Nice micro from Radley, only 1 Marine on Steam. But only 6 mutas from Squall, and he already evened up the number of drones. The number of workers. Radley already knows that there is a third hatchery in the base, so I don't know how satisfied he is with the outcome of his opening. I like that Squall is transitioning into the Muta versus Link. Into the Hydra and Lurkers instead of Muta and Link against this opening, because one bad irradiate and you can be done. But those Mutas are doing a great job with scouting, while the Lurkers will be the power spike. And there will be 6 more Lurkers to come, so You can see that this is the power of second base. Squall very nicely playing it out with the expansion on the top, on the bottom left. There will be +2 for those Marines, so this might be something which Squall is not expecting. On the other hand, against Lurkers, I think +1 armor would be a little bit powerful, more powerful. But we know that Bradley Micro is incredible. He likes to operate in the situations like this. He likes to operate in the situation when he has a couple of Marines to micro against Lurkers, because he very nicely target fires them. Additional scan over here. We have a little bit supply block from the Squall. But it's 8 Lurkers already, and even if you will have +2 Marines and he will have them, he will have to micro incredibly well, and he will have to irradiate very fast because those mutas will kill the vessel very quickly. Oh, beautifully done by Squall. I love play like this. But still, those are +2 Marines, so if Bradley will be on top of his micro. He was on top of the target firing, but not on top of the entirely macro. And this base is already breached, so Squall with the technical, beautiful play will be able to breach this expansion from Bradley. There is only one science vessel, second of them was picked up. We will have a car base soon, so this damage will be nivelated. And Bradley is going for probably the fastest +3 weapon possible. Very nice micro from his side. He's very close to defend that actually. This STV will be a hero. This STV will be a hero. Oh, please tell us how you did it, SCV. You killed a Lurker. But now more Hydras are coming. And even with such a great upgrades, it will be very hard to hold without the Marines for Bradley. So, very nicely done. And GG, we are having 1-0 lead for Squall. A very nice execution, and I will give you the battle song. Okay guys, so as you can see here, I was thinking guys about making a t-shirtless stream today. It's so hot, it's around 28 degrees and it's 9 PM. It's holy fuck hot. And today with Karolcia we made a salmon in the oven, and when we was doing that the temperature in our apartment increased to around 30 plus. Hard to live, but we have iron curtains. Those work very well against the sun, but still Karolcia is having a hard time. She is in the 9-month pregnant, actually 10-month actually, because we had a due date on Sunday. So she's having a hard time surviving with hits like that. But we are going to hospital tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow I'm going to be the father. And I will make a drunk stream to celebrate my beautiful daughter coming to the world. But let's focus on the matches, guys. Because we have incredible match between Bradley and Squall incoming. 1-0 lead for Mr. Dawid. We can see that Mr. David, aka Squall, is representing the rainbow of freedom on his t-shirt, where Radley is representing the... In his t-shirt, those are the prison colors, but he's also having the nice blank, or not maybe blank. He's having a nice sign that Arthos is right. He made it himself, and he's proud of it. He's a Terran, so most of the Terrans probably thinks that Arthos is right, and most of the cases, Arthos is right. So that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. The next map for our match is going to be Overwatch, guys. 2 players map. Definitely something sneaky is possible here. Our game is ready. Bradley vs Squall, second match. Winner of this best of 3 will advance to the semi-finals of the loser bracket of BSL15 GosuLeague and will face against Izu. So let's get to this match right now. Tigo. Doom 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 doom. Squall on the top left position as a blue Zerg directly from Spain. And his opponent. Our red Terran player directly from Poland, this is Radley. Oh, and Atrax. How would you feel if your daughter was a Protoss player? Not a problem. If she will play StarCraft, I will survive it. I actually don't hate Protoss. I hate any race. We have only 3, so hating 1 means hating 33% of StarCraft. It's stupid by the idea. Overall, hate is a bad word. I try to not hate anything. Let's spread the love, and it will be much better world. But we have 12 hatch into 11 pull into 10 gas from Squall. Oh, I'm sure Arthos is not thinking that Protoss is like bad race. He's doing it for the sake of on the stream. But I'm pretty sure he loves all the races. He's a StarCraft lover after all, right? Squall knows that this is a Atrax. Maybe don't know that this is an Atrax, but he knows that this is a bunker rush. Nice micro from Radley. We'll be able to get into this bunker, but so many drones has been pulled. Very nice micro from Radley. Squall is getting closer to those minerals. He's seeing those minerals. Nice catch on this marine. So what Zerg wants to do right now, he don't want to allow the Terran to get more marines to the bunker, and he will surround it with the rings. But this push already slowed down Squall by a lot, and Radley will be able to expand behind it, so very nicely done. Another drone is even calling, so the walling from Radley will be good, so it's definitely much better opening this time for our nuclear launch detected king. Oh, and he's applying some pressure with the SCV, I like it. Will we have a second gas from Squall already? So Radley, probably he expects that it's not going to be a fast speed, because why would you expect speed first against a Wallin? It does nothing besides expecting that you will be able to get into the base when Terran is lifting the barracks, but this is a little bit too high of expectation on a level like this, so I think the layer is an obvious choice. But on the other hand, actually Radley was able to kill all those links by the cost of, I think, 1 marine. He will go for the fast +1, and he will start mining from his expansion, so he's in a very good situation. But on the other hand, look at the amount of drones, it's 22 to 19, so Squall is having an economical advantage. Radley is not very consequent with building the STVs. So the third hatchery will be done here, third hatchery and the layer at the same time, and the second gas. So Squall is playing a normal game, normal opening, no sneaky third base. But we can see that Radley is constantly building those STVs now, and he's evening out the number of workers in this game. So it looks like we are going to have a normal game from now on. Thank you, Mr. React. He don't know whether it's vultures or marines and medics, so he's building a sunken. This is a good way of playing. And the number of drones he will have will be healthy enough that he should be able to pump Mutas once he will have aspired. Radley is going to 4 racks. So we will have a nice even game, nice mid-stage game over here. This is what we all like. I like this music from Terran. Hey guys, if you haven't signed, continue your participation in BSL 2 vs 2, there is still a chance to do it. We extended the ladder until Sunday, so you can still create an account on Shield Battery and continue your participation on our Discord. We still have some spots free, so if you love 2 vs 2, we are organizing the tournament, which will be casted here on Trovo on August, every Saturday and Sunday. And we have $1,000 prize pool. I like the scouting with the Mutas. He wants to be sure that there are no like weird axes over here or something like this, because you can expect anything from Terran. +1 will be done soon, range for the Marines will be done soon, so it will be relatively hard to micro against it, but those are the normal circumstances. You are usually microing against the range Marines. But we can see the super advantage from Squall. I think the luck that it's not that the CV number is very low, it's like it should be probably like 5 more for this stage. Nice micro from Squall. Killing a couple of the SCVs. Radley is scanning over here to give a vision to his range units. But +1 is done, the factory is on the way. And more drones from Squall. He is also transitioning into the lurkers. +1 will be done soon for the Mutas, so maybe he's planning to build more of them. Nice catch on those links. Lurker aspect is not done. So he's pretending to go for the lurkers, but he's going for a lot of mutas. But Radley now scanning, okay, the more mutas are coming. So he should be a little bit more careful with this BioForce because he has so many medics, but not that much of a support. It's 6 medics for like 14 marines. 14 units even. 13 marines and 1 firebat. Ooh, you've seen my stats. Bradley knows that the base is here, so he will be able to apply pressure there. Squall is sniffing. The marines should be somewhere there. Yeah, two medics to 10 marines is a good. I think if he would have like additional 8 marines over here, it would be good also. But we can see that those medics are doing the job. Still, it wasn't that bad of an attack from Radley, but the only bad thing from his side is that he lost all this ball. If he would maybe retreat it and connect it with those marines balls, the medics will be much more effective, and the ball, because there is something like a critical mass, guys. And if you have critical mass of marines, they are killing so many units before even they will be able to arrive to him, that to do the marines, that it's very hard to fight against. But Radley needs to be careful. If you lose those medics, those marines will be dead. I feel like it was a good attack from Radley. He lost all the ball, but he killed a lot of drones. On the other hand, there is already the piler from Squall, so he was able to defend the third base. He will have a Nidus canal. He's mining the third gas, but the macro from Radley looks much better this game. One is on the way. The lurkers are also on the way, so with 2 to 3 lurkers on this ramp, this base should be relatively safe for a couple more minutes until the vessel number will grow. Ooh, look at this skateboarder SCV. Still, the workers' advantage for the Zerg. So Rada is playing this game on very low number of workers. I mean, it's not very low. It's... if all the STVs would work, like, if all those STVs would work, he would have relatively healthy saturation. Ooh, we have an engagement! So Rada is applying more pressure, but there are lurkers there, so he needs to be careful. Squall is nicely zoning out this vessel. But with the defiler it will be very hard to do anything. So as a Terran now you have a couple of minutes, maybe 2 to 3 minutes to contain the Zerg with the bio, because you have the map control, you have much more powerful units, you have vessels which are able to gain automatic value. But this is very powerful. It might be even a deadly attack. So those units are trapped here, and we will have a powerful attack coming from Squall to this base. Radley don't know what's going on. He's losing all the bio over here. So Squall with the beautiful counter attack, surprising Radley. He was not expecting that. This is a small victory from Radley, but on the other hand, this army is trapped. But he bought himself some time to maybe irradiate those lurkers, but he's losing all the bio he's producing, so his rally point is killing him. And Skull with 1-1 upgrades on those links. He already has healthy saturation and he's taking 12 o'clock base. We can see that also Radley is expanding. The drop, incoming drop. Drops are always a good play if you're at Terran. Drops might do so much damage, so much disruption. Nice play. But he was able to zone out those lurkers. If there would be 2 swarms and the lurkers would burrow over here, it might be the game ending move. Ooh. Those vessels were sent here to do their riser probably, but Squall, too good. Too good for that. And another dropship was killed by the Scourge, so Squall is on top of the game everywhere. He's playing this game beautifully. Radley macroing only on 4 axes. So he definitely have money to add additional 2. But he ooh, but he needs to be careful! He was able to build a relatively high number of vessels. So that's what's working for Radley. So if he would maybe start making vultures and mines and add those mines on the field, he would maybe gain some value out of that. On the other hand, we have 2-1 versus 1-1. Soon to be 3-2 versus 2-2. 2-2 will be much faster than 3-2. So there will be upgrade advantage from Squall relatively soon. Macro hatcheries are being updated, and 4 gas there is very, very powerful. Squall with the more and more aggression coming in. Fortunately for Radley, he wasn't able to cast the swarm over here because it would be disaster for him. The siege mode is being researched, more barracks are being added because Radley already started mining from the third base. But you can see that those things are dealing a lot of damage. There are a couple of marines to maybe deal with them. Ooh, so many cities are falling. So it looks like Radley is slowly falling apart. He don't have a defense in the 6 o'clock base. He still have a healthy number of vessels. They have so much energy, so he should definitely use them to irradiate, because if they have maximum energy, they don't regenerate. So then they don't use their biggest power. Okay, so we'll have a riser over here. There will be actually scourges to deal with it. And very nice swarm again. Squall is showing us that he can apply pressure and defend at the same time. I really like those erasers. Actually, they are very, very annoying. So this is a very nice move from Radley. This is the move that he needs to get back to this game. Maybe he will do the same thing on 12 o'clock position. But he's also losing all the SCVs in his own natural, and those are the SCVs transferred from the third base, so this is a critical damage. Radley doesn't pay attention. He was able to kill a lot of... Nice move from Radley. GG, well played, and you guys are saying who is the second best Zerg in the Europe after Ziki, and I will show you who.
Super Micro, Hyper Gosu, excellent skill, very talented Super Gosu player Zero, just ball beat. Super Gosu BSL player, I think Bonnie should be lucky that I'm banned from BSL. Just like that.
Exactly, guys. So here you have the answer. Okay, guys. So congratulations to Mr. Squall. Congratulations to Mr. Squall for advancing. So look at that, guys. What we're going to have is going to be Izu versus Squall, best of 3. It probably should have been best of 5, right, guys? But the next match is going to be best of 5. So Izu versus Squall, a very, very good match. Winner of this match will face Hayek in the lower bracket final. So how it works: Tama, Hayek, Izu, and Squall are the only 4 players left in the BSL GosuLeague. So those are the only 4 players which might be the champions. All of them can be the champions. All of them can be in the finals and face Mr. Tama. Mr. Tama has secured 2nd spot. Mr. Hayek has secured 3rd spot. Mr. Izu and Squall now will fight for the 3rd spot minimum, I would say, for the chance to advance to the finals. You can see those amazing guys. I will make a short break, like 3-minute break, and we will be back with Squall versus Izu, incredible best of 3. So don't go anywhere, guys. Stay tuned, because as I said, we want to show the power of BSL to Trovo, so they might become a sponsor of BSL in the future events, because we don't have a sponsor for BSL 2023. So please don't go anywhere, and I will be right back. guys, I need to switch the sound for our fantastic Latino America viewers who are watching on the USC. We're getting ready. Squall versus Izu. Winner of this match will play Hayek. Look at that, guys. This is the bracket. Those players had to get through so much. They had to go such a long way, such a long road to be at the spot where they are today. Probably their dreams are coming true with this cast. Look at those handsome guys. I don't know if they are married or not, but if you are a lonely girl, all you need to do is PM them and ask. I remember Squall from back in the days. He was representing Team Templar of Twilights. And also I think he was with me in the same team on LRM, Los Reyes del Mambos. So I know that he was extremely good player back in the days. So I'm happy that we are seeing that old blood coming back to Brood War. And his opponent, Izu, I actually don't recall him from the back in the days, but we can see that he's extremely strong. Zerg player, he was in the BSL 10, 11, 12 and 13 in the GosuLeague. So definitely improving very much. That's very nice to see that players are improving, that they are getting better, that they are understanding their mistakes and they are not doing them in the next matches. The map is going to be Neo Selfie. As you can see, 4-player map because of the observer. So our first map, the first match between Izu and Squall is starting right now. This is the loser bracket semi-finals. Winner of this best of 3 will play best of 5 against Hayek, and winner of this best of 5 will play the grand finals of BSL15 GosuLeague against Tama aka Fathertos. So let's go to the first match between Izu and Squall. No.
Super Micro, Hyper Gosu, excellent skill, very talented Super Gosu player Zero.
Okay, sorry guys. I forgot to turn it off. So, in the 12 o'clock position, we are having fantastic Zerg player from Czech Republic. This is Izu. And on the 5 o'clock position, we are having fantastic Zerg player directly from Spain. This is Squall, representing Team Ash. So Ash versus CWT. Squall with the good scouting, with the correct scouting at the beginning. My beautiful wife is supporting me. She's sitting close to me because I need to take care of her in case of anything. Okay, so we have 2 players going for the drones. Maybe one of them will go for the 12 hatch. If yes, then definitely this player will have advantage, but this is a very important match for both of them. So they are starting with the 12 pool opening, and immediately it will be followed up by the gas and the expansion in the natural. Most likely. Back in the days, ZVZ was on the stage that you were playing the second hatchery in the main base, but nowadays Zergs are so experienced and they have so much knowledge that they know how to defend any type of aggression with this expansion. So as you can see, both of them are going for this hatchery in the natural. And none of them decided to go for the sneaky greedy drone. Let's see if some of them will decide to go for the lair first. We can see that Izu is going for the speed, definitely. And Squall, he might go for the lair. Yeah, he's going for the lair because he's seen, because this is the power of scouting. He's seen, okay, so this is the same strategy. I will have the same amount of Zerglings. So if you will have the speed advantage, I will have defender's advantage. And that's good enough for me. I wanna go with the Mutas, faster Mutas, and I like this call from Squall. We also see more links from Izu, so he's not the only gap behind it. He's constantly building links, where Squall added one extra drone. So it's working well for Squall now. I think still this one drone will not kill him, let's say it this way, because the defender advantage should be good enough, but we will see, because the speed will kick in right now. With 30 speed, this is a good timing, and now this is the moment where Izu will be able to apply some pressure. He thinks, okay, you don't have link speed, what's going on? Something is wrong. Okay, you went for the lair first. Holy moly, my Mutas will be later. I either need to kill you, or I need to produce more drones, and he's deciding, okay, I'm going with 2 drones. But we can see that the gas number is relatively equal. This is a good engagement by Izu, I think. He's backing off at the moment where the links of Squall would start falling, so that turned out to be a great engagement for Squall. But we are still having 1 drone advantage for Izu, but the spire timing is pretty significant for our Spanish Zerg. Squall added a lot of drones. A lot of drones. This is very, very risky, I would say, for this stage, because if Izu would pull all those links right now, it would be very, very hard for Squall to defend it without a sunken. But he's building a sunken, so actually he's aware in what kind of situation he is. And Izu is pulling the trigger, he is attacking, but the Mutas will start to swarm now. But actually Squall is supply blocked. So it will be very, very dangerous for the Spanish Zerg. He's building links just not to die from those links. This is a lot of links from Izu, but I think Squall should be able to hold it. At the same time, Izu is target firing those drones, but he lost all the links. And now the supplies from Squall got empty. And we can see even more links from Izu. And that's surprising to me, because his Muta micro seemed superior. This Muta micro seemed really, really good. So that's surprising for me that when he had occasion to maybe make a couple of Mutas at the same time, he decided to go with the links. On the other hand, maybe he was afraid of the link counterattack, so building 6 is never bad. But we can see that Squall is already starting to mine from his second extractor, and gas is the most valuable resource in StarCraft. And Squall is winning the air battle. I like the target fire from Izu, but we can see that even with target fire the numbers are working great for our Zerg from the Spain. Nice run by to buy some additional time. But this Muta should be at home. He shouldn't go to the main base of Squall because he will die for free. This is a suicidal Muta. And Squall with the very good micro was able to kill it. More Scourges, those are probably targeted. So if Squall will not pay attention, it might be the beautiful connection. But Squall very aware what's going on. Very nice micro from his side. We can see that Izu now thinks, okay, I need to drone up, I need to start mining from the gas. But only one Muta from his side. He will have a second one in the main base, but those things are creating a lot of disruption. GG from Izu, and Squall is leading 1-0. Oh. Yes, Squall is leading 1-0. Congratulations to him, and we are having a very interesting match here. So Squall, after losing against Tama in the upper quarterfinals against Father Toss, he is able to go through the entire of the loser bracket, winning against Black Sun, against Dreamer, against Radley, and now fighting against Izu to get and to start playing Hayek. We know that Hayek, I think ZVZ is the best matchup, but also his DVP 9073 seems strong. So it would be interesting, but no matter who will win, it will be ZVZ in the lower bracket finals. Yeah, Izu also seems strong in ZVZ, so I'm very interested who will advance. Let's look at those handsome bastards. The map for the second game is going to be Overwatch. 2 players map. So we are getting ready to jump into the second game between Squall and Izu. Let's get into that. So on the top left location, as I read there, we are having CWT Izu. And his opponent on the bottom right location, we are having Squall. So guys, it's hot here. But I can tell you guys that I planted tomatoes with Karolcia this year, and we already have the fruits. They are green still, but soon, in maybe 2 weeks, we will have our own tomatoes on our balcony. So that's pretty hyped. I'm in love with those tomatoes. Those are my friends. I'm talking with them and other things, and they are answering to me by having more and more fruits. So maybe I will show it to you guys someday. So Squall going for the 9 pull, where Izu is going for the Overload. So if Izu would play the strategy he played against Hermon, overpull, gas into overpull, he will be in perfect position to answer to this. But it looks like he's going to play 12 pull, I assume, right? Because 12 hatch would be cojones style. Yes, 12 pull is a good opening. So Squall is basing his this game, actually, not his tournament live, but he's basing this game on the 9 pull, where Izu, after losing the first game, he's forced to play a little bit safer, because losing this game would mean that he will be eliminated from BSL GosuLeague and he will finish this season on 4th spot. So that's not bad, but I assume that he's aiming higher. Speed first from Squall. So this is as standard as it's possible from both of those players with those build orders. We don't see any greedy drones, so there will be 6 links. This overload will scout the links, so Izu will know what's going on. He will know he should have time to think how he wants to react against it, and he's going for the speed. He's pulling from the gas and from the minerals, one drone each, and he will have enough drones and links to defend it if he will not make some critical mistake in the micro. This is a very intense moment. He needs to be careful. Very nice beginning from the red Zerg. Very nice beginning, but it will be 8 links against 6, and around 10 links the speed should kick in for Squall. Yes, now we have 8 versus 6, soon to be 8, so those drones are necessary over here. And Squall is jumping in on top of those links, but he's having a hard time dealing with them. 5 against 2 right now. The second hatchery should be done now, so if those 2 links will pop out, it should be relatively easy defense for Squall, for Izu, but Squall is applying so much pressure while having a layer on his own at the same time. And that's terrible situation for Izu right now. He's having the second hatchery, so anything is possible, but he needs to be careful. He lost only 1 drone, but if he will lose this hatch, it will be very bad for him. But on the other hand, the second hatchery production just kicked in, so it should be big enough production that he will hold this pressure from Squall. But there is a second part. Squall already have a spire done, 50% done, where Izu is just finishing his own layer. So he has 2 options right now. He can either go for the mass links and apply a lot of pressure on Squall, or he can drone up and go for the maybe Sunken and Spore colonies. We can see that Squall has enough links to defend it without the Sunken, but Izu is producing more and more of them. We can see, okay, now some drones are in production. Squall is mining gas only with 2. I like it a lot because he will build 3 mutas, and I'm pretty sure that he will want to follow it up with the expansion. And this is how I think you should play against a player who is playing 12 pool and he is behind in tech. Because you are using the tech, you are using the mutas to defend the link aggression, to defend against the aggression of the links. Very nice attack by Izu. Ooh, that's actually great pressure from his side. He should be able to pull those drones from mining, so that's greatly done. 1 drone is falling, second drone is picked. Very nicely done. He killed 3 drones even, so Squall only with 6 drones left right now. He's having those mutas, but those 6 drones will have a hard time surviving, and we can see that Squall is applying more pressure to the main base. He lost even another drone. So I like that Izu is creating more links to send them to the main base of Squall, because that forces Zerg to use those mutas as a defense. We can see that Squall is even thinking about building Sunken, because even though that you have flying units which are shooting to the ground units which can shoot air, you need to respect the possibility that the links can kill your entire drone line. The mutas are back on time, but I think what Izu should do is create more links and apply more pressure while building drones at the same time, because even though that he was able to kill so many drones, he is behind. He's not that big of a head. Like, he's having 10 drones against 7, which is good, but it's not perfect, I would say. So now Izu is afraid of losing and building links as a defensive tool. Where Squall has a 4 mutas, he would want to have 5, I'm pretty sure, because with 5 you can target fire the drones by 1 shot. Nice defense by Squall. But this is a moment for those things to move out, I think. We don't see a layer yet, so Izu is building so many links, but those are not doing too much for now. So this might be a great chance for Squall to come back to this game. Because if Squall will pick like 3 drones, it will be equal drone number. And even a Sunken from Izu, this is a defensive Sunken, this is a safe measure Sunken. Maybe he thinks that he's so ahead that he can play the Sunken and still be in a great shape. He's sending a couple of links, but still leaving couple in the main base, because we can see that Squall is producing some links, because there is an option as a Zerg that you will run by the links over here, and then with the Muta support you will deal with the Zerg, the links of the Zerg who doesn't have Mutas. We have 7 Mutas already from Squall. And I like this links movement from Izu. This way he's controlling the position of the Mutas. And he's building even more links, so there are 2 ways you can approach this, and one of the ways is constantly building links. I like this opening, I like this, but he also should think about how he will deal with the Mutas later. And you can do it without the drones. Actually, he has a 4 drones advantage, so it's not that bad. But sending those links to the hidden position of the map is definitely good idea. And now Izu is droning up. He will take a second gas soon. You can see that the links are killing more drones, so nice pressure, nice aggression. But 10 Mutas already from Squall, so he should be able to jump in on top of some of those spores if he will want to. At the same time, Izu with more pressure with the links. I love it actually. This is a great play from his side. But Squall is jumping on top of this for nice reaction from Izu to evacuate the drones, but at the same time, Squall with incredible drone micro, he was able to kill all those links with losing only 1 drone, but more links are coming, and how he will deal with those links, I don't know. But he's jumping on top of this hatchery, this expansion. So if he will kill this hatchery, we will have 1 base versus 1 base. So what Izu should do right now is definitely not kill the extractor. Killing the drones is the way to go, man. Nice micro from Squall. We have 5 drones left, so Izu not paying that big of attention and allowing. If he would kill like left Squall with 2 drones, I think he would be in great shape. But now this is 1 base versus 1 base, and let's calculate that. We are having 10 Mutas against 3, so even though that Izu has more drones, the gas income shouldn't change. So I don't believe that Izu will be able to produce that many Mutas from this 1 gas, that he will be able to outproduce Squall 1 base versus 1 base. That's why you always need a second base. I like those sneaky 3 Mutas, but there are some Scourges and 4 spores in the main base even. Squall is already having a healthy drone number. Killing the drones is always good, but you are sacrificing your valuable Mutas, extremely valuable Mutas. So the pressure is real, but still that was very good defense by Squall. He doesn't have a Spire, so we need to remember that. I actually forgot about it. So what Squall should do probably is go for the expansion now, right? He has healthy drone number. Why risk it attacking? Yeah, he's going Oh, he's going to mine gas, so maybe he will rebuild the Spire and will want to finish this game on one base. That's also a not bad idea because he has this Muta advantage. Izu with the sneaky expansion, I love it, I love it. This is what you should do in the situation. There is no scouting from Squall. And it looks like Squall will want to go for the expansion. So I like that he's using those mutas defensively. He knows that there are a lot of spores in the main base of Izu. He will have a hard time dealing with any pressure, dealing any pressure to this base, and like he doesn't have any defense against mutas and links in the main base, so it might be terrible. And Squall realizes, okay, so the way you win this game is by having a hidden expansion, and boom, scouting is done. So nicely done by our Spanish deck, but look at the supplies, guys. Those are very, very even. So Izu somehow was able to build up the high number of the mutas, but we need to see the number of gas. Squall has gas for 4 more mutas, so once the Spire will be done, he will be able to build them. The only problem for him will be lack of the larvas, so it will take some time until he will do it. So it's 9 mutas against 9 mutas, so actually if the engagement would happen now, we would have some kind of advantage for our red Zerg. No upgrades from any of the guys. Squall, I don't know that Squall knows about this expansion, and I don't know if he wants to engage before he will produce out his gas. And once Izu will finish this hatchery, he has his extractor done, so he should be able to send the drones and mine from it. So I wouldn't blame him if he would build additional 2 or 3 drones now. We have +1 carapace being researched by Squall, so he still thinks that he has a superior muta advantage. And actually with this engage, this is only 9 mutas now for Izu. Ooh, nice micro from Squall. But picking this up overload is always good. We can see that Izu has plenty of money, so he can safely transfer 3 drones to the gas. Oh, we have an engagement! Beautiful micro from Squall, picking all the Scourges, and I think he's in the range of those mutas. Barely escaping Izu. So if you have situation like this, Zerg, you need to remember to send those 4 drones to the closer minerals path to have an optimal mining, maximum efficiency from those drones. But also what you can do, if you have 12 mutas, you can mine gas like this and produce only Scourges. So trade Scourges versus Scourges and escape with the mutas. That's not bad. But what Squall is having right now is a superior drone advantage. And with this +1 carapace, he will also have a upgrade advantage, and this powerful upgrade advantage, because Muta is attacking the way that he's attacking 9 damage with the first attack. There is a bouncing shot, which is dealing, I think, 3 and 1 attack. So if you have carapace, it's dealing 8 damage, then 2 and 0. So actually, that nivelates 3 damage from each Muta shot. That's why this carapace is so powerful. It's still pretty impressive how Izu was able to stabilize after taking so much damage at the beginning. But the fact that Squall will have upgrades will be very, very important in the incoming engagement. We are also having a healthy number of mutas. I think Squall is aiming to attack when the carapace will be done. I don't believe he will attack into the spore. Ooh, nice connection. That's definitely a good engagement for Izu. even though that Squall has Carapace upgrade, he lost majority of his mutas. So Izu is coming back to this game beautifully. But Squall was able to reinforce, and now we are having Muta versus Muta. And this Carapace is helping a lot. This is much closer than I anticipated. GG from Izu, and Squall is taking game. What is the number? Game number 2, guys. So this sets us up for the grand finals of BSL GosuLeague. So the final stream of BSL GosuLeague will be probably on Tuesday, 8 PM. So it is going to be Hayek versus Squall, best of 5, and then Tama, aka Father Toss, with the 1-0 lead, will face in the best of 7 winner of Hayek versus Squall. So very good games today, very interesting matches. That's actually pretty short stream, I would say, but the games were very good. So very nice. And I'm very hyped for the Hayek vs Squall ZVZ, because those guys know how to play ZVZ very well. And also Tama versus one of those guys. He crushed both of them, but he crushed them not easily. He won with Squall after incredible matches. One of the best of 3s. Best of 3 in the GosuLeague this season. And also he won with Hayek, but he was losing 2-0 and he reverse sweep to 3-2 because Hayek has a powerful 90-73 build, and he was able to win with that 2 games in a row. So very nicely done, very interesting match incoming. So Hayek vs Squall is the next, is going to be the next stream. But it's going to be it for today. I would like to thank to our amazing sponsors and supporters. So thank you to our fantastic sponsor Optimonk. The founder of this Optimonk is Mr. Chameleon, who is a supporter of BSL, who is the old school StarCraft player. So if you are looking for the job, if you are the IT guy, I know that they are hiring now. And also there is a Patreon of BSL. This is my full-time job now, so by joining the Patreon you can help me make my living out of those tournaments, out of BSL. So thanks to our biggest supporters like Mr. General, Bombastic General, Mr. Starlover, Bombastic Colonels, with Mr. Anthony Chen, aka My Fleeting Dream, Mr. Martin Harshmar, aka VREP, Mr. Striker and Mr. Zero Sum, our Bombastic Majors, Mr. Robert Groot, Flizardo86, Kos and Mr. Tupocalypse, and our Bombastic Majors, Mr. Nicholas Schuler, Mr. Christian Eddington. Mr. Nicholas Schuler is Holin Cesar, if you don't know him. Mr. Christian Eddington, Mr. LML, our fantastic BSL GosuLeague admin, so thanks to him we are having those matches today. Mr. Lingepump, Mr. Niantic and Mr. Quark. So those are our biggest supporters, but if you are the Patreon for $10 or more, you are having the replays from BSL. So thanks to all the supporters. Even if you are supporting $2 a month, this is a huge support, because this gives me some stability and opportunity to plan ahead what's going on. If you want to see the shop of BSL, those are the Bombastic hats. I actually ordered myself the Bombastic hat and Bombastic hoodie, so I will be able to wear them during the streams. I actually like the hats a lot. Let's see how it will look like when it will arrive. But huge thanks to that. We are also having amazing YouTube of BSL, you can check it out. You can join BSL Discord. There are many ways of supporting BSL. You don't need to do it financially. If you can't afford it, obviously I'm not expecting that. So I'm asking only those who can afford it. So if you want, you can join the Patreon or donate, but if you can't, you can simply watch, be active, and you can support by giving comments, liking our posts, which are increasing our reach. So this is actually the thing that you can do without paying anything. So I'm really appreciating all of you guys watching BSL GosuLeague on Trovo, because we want to show them that BSL is worth investing, and thanks to the cooperation with them, we have BSL 2 vs 2 Pro League. So if you would like to participate in it, we extended the ladder stage till Sunday, so you can join our Discord and sign up for the BSL 2 vs 2, play a couple of games on Shield Battery, and you will be able to participate. There is $1,000 prize pool, and it's going to be casted here on Trovo, in this desk probably. So yes guys, let me see if all of you guys got into that. I think we all have the informations we needed. I'm going to eat something, get Karolcia for work, because we need to work a lot. Work a lot nowadays. So this is it for today cast. On Saturday we're gonna have BSL Pro League, incredible matches from BSL Pro League. It's going to be Boa versus Xiao Shuai and Ziki versus Bonnie on Saturday, and on Sunday we will have winner of Boa versus Xiao Shuai and Ziki versus Bonnie, and Dawid versus Zanhun. So incredible matches, great matches incoming. Please be aware that BSL on Saturday is going to be on Twitch. So I'm thanking to all of you guys for being here. Thanks to Mr. LML again for being incredible admin of BSL GosuLeague. And those of you who are the Patreons of BSL, I just sent the replays today from the entire BSL Pro League of BSL Asian Championship, South America Championship, North American Championship, Europe Championship, and season finals until the stage we are right now, besides some matches which I wasn't opsing. So, but most of the replays are there, like the hundreds of replays, maybe not hundreds, but around 100 probably, something like that. So be there, guys. Tomorrow there should be no stream. Maybe I will make a stream on my own to just practice a little bit more, so I will be a better observer. But for now, this is it. For today, this is it. So thank you very much. Thanks to Mr. Yu, StarCraft, for doing the cast for the Spanish viewers. And we guys see each other very soon. Much love. Thank you very much. Bye bye.